relative strength of acid and base. The strength of protonic acid can be easily compared by their tendency to lose the proton. Acid like hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, sulfuric acid ionize completely to give H plus ion, but acid like acetic acid, formic acid, hydrogen fluoride and hydrogen cyanide ionize incompletely. The acids which ionize to large extent are called strong acids, while those which ionize to lesser extent are called weak acids. The relative strength of acid can be compared by considering the ionization of acid in water. For example, the ionization of acid Ha in water may be represented as Ha. It will undergo dissociation and the formation of H plus ion and A minus ion. The equilibrium constant for reaction may be written as Ka, that is equal to H plus into A minus upon Ha, where H plus, A minus and Ha are concentration of H plus ion, A minus ion in water and undissociated acid Ha. Ka is known as dissociation constant, ionization constant of acids. The dissociation constant Ka is used to measure the relative strength of an acid. Stronger the acid, larger is the value of Ka. To express the dissociation of an acid, a term pK is commonly used, which is defined as pKa, that is equal to minus logarithm of Ka, and it is further equal to 1 upon log Ka. Larger the value of pKa means that acid is little dissociated and therefore it is a weak acid. So let us see the dissociation of strong acid through this diagram. In this case, all the acid molecules, they are in the dissociate forms. So blue symbol, it will represent anions, and this dark pink, it will represent H plus ion, and all the ions, they are in the dissociate forms. So we can tell that there is 100% dissociation of Ha. Similarly, in case of weak acids, there are only few ions which are in the dissociate forms. So in case of weak acids, the ionization, that is incomplete. So we can tell that there is a partial dissociation of Ha. So let us compare the pK value of some acids in water. So this one is the acetic acid. Acetic acid will undergo dissociation to form acetate ion and H plus ion. The pK value, that is equal to 4.76. Similarly, hydrogen fluoride will undergo dissociation into H plus ion and fluoride ion. The pK value, that is 3.30. Similarly, these are the pK value for different acids. So we have to remember that higher the pK value, lower would be the acidic strength. The acid which contains more than one ionized hydrogen are called polyprotic acids. For example, sulfuric acid can ionized to give 2 H plus ion, and the ionization in this case, that will take place in two successive stages. In stage 1, the one of the hydrogen that will get dissociate out, and dissociation constant Ka1 that is very large for this, and it is due to, in case of aqueous solution, sulfuric acid that is completely ionized to give H plus ion and HSO4 minus ions. In second step, second hydrogen that will get dissociate out to form the H plus ion and sulfate ions in case the value of dissociation constant that is Ka2 and it is equal to 0.012. In second step, the ion HSO4 minus that is ionized to lesser extent. So the value of this dissociation constant is lesser in case of step number 2, while in step number 1 it is very higher due to the complete ionization in step number 1 as comparison to the step number 2. So the Ka1 that is the equilibrium constant for step number 1 that is given by the product of these two ions divided by the concentration of the sulfuric acid. Similarly, the dissociation constant for step number 2 that is represented by the product of these two ions and divided by HSO4 minus, and Ka that is equal to Ka plus and Ka2. Similarly, base like sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, cesium hydroxide, these are ionized completely in water, while sodium hydroxide, ammonia are ionized to lesser extent. So base which can ionize to larger extent are called strong base, while the base which are incompletely ionized are called weak base. The relative strength of base can be compared by considering the ionization of base in water. For example, the ionization of base MOH may be represented as the base MOH will undergo dissociation in water to give M plus ion and OH minus ion. The equilibrium constant that is represented by the product of the M plus OH minus upon MOH. Kb that is called dissociation or ionization constant of the base. The dissociation constant Kb used to measure the relative strength of the base. The higher the value of Kb, stronger is the basic strength. Like pKa, the dissociation constant Kb that is represented by pKb, and mathematically it is equal to minus logarithm of Kb, and that is further equal to 1 upon log Kb. So let us compare the pK value for some base in water. The first one, that is calcium hydroxide, it will undergo dissociation to give calcium 2 plus ion and 2 moles of OH minus ion. The pK value that is 96.3. Similarly, for ammonium hydroxide, it will dissociate to give ammonium ion and OH minus ion. The pK value that is 3.25. And for the respective bases dissociation, these are the value. So here we have to remember that higher the pKb value, lower will be the basic strength. General trend in acid strength. We have learned about different concept of acid and bases. Our next important question is how acidity and basicity depend upon the nature of the compound. So let us start with the strength of hydroacids. So here first of all we can consider the hydroacid of element of a periods. Acid strength of binary hydroacid increase on going from left to right across a period. When we move from left to right in period, the acidic strength that is going to increase. The pK value of some hydroacid are given in this table. These are the pK value for these binary hydroacids, and the lowest pK value that belongs to the hydrogen fluoride. So the acidic strength of hydroacid of element of second period, that is going to increase as follow. Here methane that will having the biggest hydroacid, while hydrogen fluoride that is the strongest among these four. This trend can be easily explained on the basis of electronegativisity. As we move from carbon to fluorines, the electronegativisity of these elements increase in this order. The fluorine that will having the maximum electronegativisity, carbon that will be having the least electronegativisity. So with the increase in electronegativisity, the element has more and more tendency to withdraw strongly the electron pair from hydrogen atom, and therefore the ionic character generally increase. Or we can say that the release of hydrogen ion become more easily and acidic character increase. So for the release of hydrogen ion, that is easy in this case, hydrogen fluoride, and tough in case of methanes. Similarly, the acidic character of hydroacid of third period increase in same order. If we can move from left to right, the acidic strength that is going to increase. These are the pK value of hydroacids of third periods, and the region of the relative acidic strength of this hydroacid is the same. The chloride that will having the maximum electronegativisity, while phosphorus that will having the least electronegativisity. Then hydroacid of element of group. The relative strength of hydroacid of a group increase as we go down in the periodic table. For example, the relative strength of hydroacid of group 7A increase as hydrogen fluoride is less acidic as comparison to hydrogen chloride, and hydrogen chloride that is less acidic as comparison to hydrogen bromide, and hydrogen iodide that should having the highest acidic strength. This order is reverse of that expected on the basis of electronegativisity. If we can consider electronegativisity, then we are expecting this order. Hydrogen fluoride that should be the maximum, and hydrogen iodide that is the least acidic strength. What actual order, that is this one. The hydrogen iodide that should having the maximum acidic strength, and hydrogen fluoride that should having the least acidic strength. In this case, the acidic strength depends upon the two factors. The first one is the electronegativisity and the size of the center atom. As we already discussed that the electronegativity factor does not explain this order. As we move down the group, the atomic size of central atom increase. If we can see the size of the atom, then atom size that is going to increase as we move down the group. The fact of the increase in size is more than the fact of electronegativity change. As we compare the electronegativity, then between fluorine and iodide, the electronegativity difference is near about 1.5 only. But if we can compare the size of the atom, then the atom size that is almost double in between fluorine and iodine. So we can say that a proton is more easily removed from a hydride in which central atom is larger than from the hydride in which it is small. Therefore, hydrogen iodide can easily release H plus ion, and hydrogen fluoride can lose H plus ion with difficulty. Consequently, Hi is stronger acid and hydrogen fluoride is the weak acid among hydroacid in the halogens. So we can say that when we move from left to right in period, the electronegativity of central atom that is increased and the acidity will also increase. Similarly, when we can move in a group from top to bottom, the size of atom is increased and acidity of the compound will increase. So acidity that will depend upon two factors, the size and electronegativity of the main atoms. However, the acidic strength of these hydroacid can be easily explained with the help of Born-Fazer-Haber cycle. Taking this cycle into account, all the factors which determine the strength of acid in water, this method gives better insight into variation of acid strength. The acid strength of various hydroacid may be written by reactions. Hydrogen halide in aqueous medium, they will undergo dissociations to give H plus ion and X minus ions. The reaction may be thought of occurring in the following step. The step number 1. In step number 1, the hydroacid, which is aqueous, dehydrated to give HX gaseous. The heat accompanying for this process of dehydration may be represented by delta H dehydrations. Then in the step number 2, HX gaseous is dissociate into H gaseous atom and X gaseous atoms. Let D is the heat involved in this process. Then step number 3, the H gaseous atom converted into H plus gaseous The amount of energy required to convert 1 mole of gaseous H atom to H plus gases is called ionization energy and represented by IE. Then step number 4. In step number 4, gaseous halogen atom that is converted into gaseous halide ion X minus G. The amount of energy released in this step is represented by EA, that is called electron affinity. Then step number 5. The gaseous H plus ions and X minus ion gases that is hydrated to form H plus aqueous and X minus aqueous ions. This process is accompanied by evolution of heat. The heat involved in this step is called delta H dehydration. Thus, the strength of acid or heat of ionization, that is sum of all energy terms, and may be given by this expression delta H, that is equal to delta H dehydration, dissociation energy, ionization energy, electron affinity, and delta H hydrations. These value of different step for various halogen acid that is given by these tables. The value of delta H can easily explain the feasibility of above reaction. Larger the negative value of delta H, greater is the feasibility of the reaction. It is clear from this table that delta H value of all the halogen acid are negative, which indicate that all of them can easily ionized. Therefore, we can say that they can behave as acid. However, the value of hydrogen fluoride, that is small as compared to the value of other acid. This means hydrogen fluoride is a weakest acid. The values also explain the gradually increasing strength of hydrogen chloride and hydrogen bromide. What it failed to explain the relative strength of hydrogen iodide, which is less as comparison to hydrogen bromide. So if we can consider alone this factor delta H, then hydrogen bromide will having the maximum acidic strength, then hydrogen iodide, then hydrogen chloride, and in last hydrogen fluoride. This discrepancy has been explained on the term of entropy change in the process of ionization, and the other factor, that is the bond dissociation energy. If we can see the bond dissociation energy in all these cases, then the bond dissociation energy that is maximum in case of hydrogen fluoride, and the value that is going to decrease as we move toward hydrogen iodide. So hydrogen iodide, that will having the least value. So with the decrease in bond dissociation energy, H plus ion is easily released, and therefore acidic character that is increase. For hydrogen iodide, that will having the maximum acidic strength. The strength of hydroacid of halogen can easily be explained on the basis of relative basic strength of their conjugated base. An acid lose H plus ion and form conjugated base fluoride, chloride, bromide and iodide. These are the conjugated base of hydrogen fluoride, hydrogen chloride, hydrogen bromide and hydrogen iodide. As we move from fluoride to iodide, the size of these ion that is going to increase. Therefore, its electron density decreases from fluoride to iodide. With the decrease in electron density, its tendency to attract a proton also decrease. In other words, the basic character decrease from fluoride to chloride, then bromide, then iodide. Now we know as B conjugated base has strong acid and strong conjugated base has weak acid. Therefore, fluoride is the strongest conjugated base. So its conjugated acid hydrogen fluoride is the weak acids. Similarly, hydrogen iodide, that is the weakest base. So its conjugated acid is the stronger. So we can say that the hydrogen iodide having the maximum acidic strength and hydrogen fluoride that should having the least acidic strength in terms of their conjugated base. The behavior of the hydroacid of group 6 is also similar. This is also controlled by the bond dissociation energy as clear from the table. The bond dissociation energy decrease as we move from top to bottom. So in this case, the bond dissociation energy that is maximum, and in this case, the bond dissociation energy that is the minimum. So the acidic strength, it is a least acidic, and this one is the strongest acids. Then oxoacids. Let us consider oxoacid. An oxoacid has the following structures. In this case, oxygen that is bonded with an atom that is represented by Z. And this Z atom which determine the acidity of the compound. The strength of oxo acids depend upon combined effect of size of atom, electronegativeness of atom, and inductive effect of the substituent on Z. So let us compare few oxo acid. In this case, Z that is replaced with chloride, here with bromide, and here with iodide. If Z is small and having higher electronegativity, then it can pull electron of oxygen toward itself, and finally oxygen in turn pull electron from hydrogen atom. Therefore, it will allow the proton to dissociate and make the compound acidic. So the higher the electronegativity of Z atom, more the electron drawn away from H atom, and more readily it can lose the proton. So let us consider. In first case, the pK value that is 7.4. In second case, the pK value that is 8.7, and in last case it is 11. So if we can compare the electronegativity of atom attached to oxygen, then the order that is lying this one, chlorine having the maximum, then bromine, and in last iodines. Therefore, the tendency to withdraw the electron from oxygen toward itself decrease from chlorine to bromine, then iodine. As a result, the tendency to pull the electron from hydrogen also decrease. Consequently, we can say that this oxo acid with chlorine atom will having the maximum acidic strength, while with iodine having the least acidic strength. Similarly, the presence of the additional group on Z, such as oxygen, increase the acidity. In this compound, the acidity increase with increase in the oxidation number of Z atom. For example, in series of oxo acids of chlorine, these are the oxo acids of chlorine, the acidic strength increase in the following order. This compound having the least acidic strength, and this compound will having the maximum acidic strength. All these four acids have only one protonated oxygen on OH group. The other oxygen atom tend to withdraw the electron density from around the hydrogen through the intervening atom. As a result, it becomes easier for the proton to dissociate and acidic character of compound increases. Thus, more the oxygen atoms bonded to Z, stronger is the acidic strength. So let us compare. In first case, there is only one atom which is going to withdraw the electron from oxygen, then from hydrogen. In this case, one chlorine and one oxygen is there withdrawing the electron from oxygen. Here two oxygen and one chlorine that is withdrawing the electron from oxygen, and here three oxygen and one chloride that is withdrawing the electron from oxygen. So this compound will having the maximum acidity and this one having the least acidic strength. In terms of conjugated base of these various acids of chlorine, so let us consider the stability of the conjugated base of these four. These are the various conjugated base that is formed from these four acids. These anions are stabilized by charge distribution of pi or double bonded oxygen atom. This results into delocalization of the charge. If the ion is stabilized to greater extent, then it has lesser attraction for the proton and therefore it will behave as a weak base. Now the charge stabilization, that is minimum in case of this conjugated base and it is maximum in this conjugated base, and this conjugated base, it is formed from these acids, and this conjugated base, it is formed from these acids. Now this conjugate base have the maximum stabilization and this one having the minimum stabilization. This means this ion will having the minimum stability, therefore it will have maximum attraction for the H plus ion. In other words, this ion will the strongest base and so its conjugated acid will be weakest. Similarly, in case of this series, this ion, it is the weak base because it will having the maximum stabilization, so its conjugated acid is the strongest acids. Thus the acidic strength of these acids that will going to increase in this order. This acid is the weaker acid and this acid is the strongest acids. So let us compare in terms of electron activity. This electron that is moving toward chlorines, because chlorine that is electron active, so it is withdrawing electron away from the oxygen. The second case, in addition to chlorines, there are 3 oxygen which are also withdrawing the electron away from the oxygens in addition to chlorines. So due to electron withdrawing factor that is maximum in this case and minimum in this case, so electron density on oxygen that is minimum in this case and maximum in this case. If the electron density that is minimum on this oxygen, then the release of the proton that is easily in these acids, and it is not easy in this case. So this one is the strongest acid and this one is the weakest acid. So similarly, the acidic strength follow the order in case of nitrogen series and in case of sulfur series. The oxoacid of phosphorus do not follow this order, For example, among the oxo acids of phosphorus, the oxidation number of phosphorus increase in the sodas. Phosphoric acid having +5, +3 and +1. So on the basis of oxidation state, this one is expected to be the strongest acids. However, experimentally it has been found that all these acids or phosphorus are weak acid. What their order? Follow this order. Instead of this acid, if we can consider alone the oxidation state, then the maximum acidity that should be shown by this. What the actual order? That is reverse of as expected on the basis of oxidation state. So in these three cases, the dissociation of proton is possible only by hydrogen atom attached to oxygen rather than the hydrogen directly attached to the phosphorus. If we can see this case, in this case only one hydrogen is there that is attached with the oxygen and two hydrogen that is directly attached with the phosphorus. So it is monobasic. In second case, two hydrogen they are bonded to oxygens and one hydrogen that is bonded to phosphorus. So there are only two hydrogen. So it is dibasic. In third case, three hydrogen that will bonded to oxygen. So it is tribasic. So therefore, this acid it can give only one H plus ion, and this acid it can give two H plus ion, and this acid it can give 3 H plus ion. And in this series, the number of unprotonated oxygen which influence the acidity is the same in all the three cases. The number of oxygen that is same, which will influence the acidic strength. Therefore, the overall effect of unprotonated oxygen is more in case of this. And less in this case where 2 OH bond, and least in this case where 3 OH bonds. So we can say that the oxygen that is playing lactone withdrawing inductive effect, and it is lying on one OH group. In this case it is lying on 2 OH group, and in this case it is lying on 3 OH group. So overall effect that is maximum in this case, so it is strongest acid, and the least in this case, so it is the weakest acids. So we can say that the oxo acid with phosphorus do not follow the order as the previous one. Acid strength of hydrated cations. In aqueous solution, the cation interact with polar water molecule to form hydrated cations. This relieves a large amount of energy, which is called hydration energy of cation. It is the amount of heat released accompanying the formation of 1 mole of specific hydrate. For example, the hydration energy of complexes. With barium it is minus 30 kilojoule per mole. With copper it is minus 75 kilojoule per mole. With aluminium it is minus 320 kilojoule per mole. This variation in hydration energy is associated with acidity, that is charge to phase ratio of the cations. The cation having large charge to phase ratio have larger hydration energy. So the charge to phase ratio that will decrease in this order. It is maximum for aluminium 3+ and minimum for 2+. The acidity can also explain on the basis of hydrolysis reaction, which is acid producing reaction of metal ions. For example, aluminium that is going to react with water molecule, and it is the hydration step. Aluminium 3+, it can combined with 6 moles and this complex will get formed. The energy release, that is minus. This hydrolysis reaction depend upon the acidity of cation. If the charge to phase ratio is large, it causes more polarity of OH bond in the coordinated water. As a result, OH bond get easily repurchased, which ionize with the ionization of H+ to form hydronium ions. So in case of aluminium, due to larger charge to phase ratio, it can replace out 3 water molecule with OH from the coordinated water molecules. The acidity in this case will depend upon the small size of the cation and higher charge on the cations. Cations which hydrolyze extensively are those which are either small or highly charged or both. On the basis of charge to phase ratio, the acidic strength may be expressed in this order. The iron that should having the maximum and the gallium that should having the minimum acidic strength. Among the bivalent ions, all will carry +2 charge. Complex with beryllium having the maximum acidic strength and with barium having the least acidic strength. The third one, in general, the hydrated ion with +3 charge are stronger acid as comparison to +2 charge. So there are 2 iron complexes. The first one is with 3+ charge and second one that is +2 charge. So first one that is more acidic. Similarly, the cobalt that is +3 charge, here complex cobalt that is with +2 charge. So first one that is more acidic as comparison to the second one. So these are the dissociation constant value for some hydrated metal ions at room temperatures. For iron 3+, so here for aluminium 3+, the value that is larger as comparison to copper 2+. So the complex with coordinated water for aluminium is more acetic as comparison to copper complex. Strength of organic acids. The acetic character of carboxylic acid is due to cleavage of OH bond in COOH group. Consequently, a proton is released as this bond can break out and it can release a proton. So this one is the carboxylic acid and this one is the carboxylate ion. The carboxylate ion that is stabilized by the resonance, so it is the structure number 1 and this one is the structure number 2. The strength of carboxylic acid depends upon the cleavage of OH bond and the resonance stabilization of resulting carboxylate ions. More stable is the anion. Easily if the formation of the carboxylate ions and the release of proton, that is easier. Electron withdrawing group such as chloride will withdraw the electron from carbon atom, giving it slightly positive charge. This carbon atom in turn affects the electron cloud in this COOH bond. As a result, this COH bond become weaker and ionization of proton become easier. Thus, the presence of chloride in chloroacetic acid make it stronger acid than acetic acid, while in case of acetic acid, the methyl group that will act as electron donor, so it will increase the electron density on this bond, and finally the breakage of this bond become difficult. Since the inductive effect increase with increasing number of substituent, it is obviously that strength of acid should increase with the member of electron withdrawing substituent. So let us see the case. In this case, there are 3 substituents which are withdrawing the electron. Here 2 substituent which is withdrawing the electron, and here single substituent that will withdrawing the electron. So trichloroacetic acid having the maximum acetic strength, while chloroacetic will having the minimum acetic strength. In this case, fluoroacetic acid is stronger as comparison to chloroacetic acid, which is in turn stronger as comparison to the bromoacetic acid, and the reason being that is the electron activity of these substituent. In case of fluorine, the electron activity that is maximum, so it will be drawing the electron of OH bond toward itself strongly. So in this case, the bond is weaker as comparison to this bond. Here the bond is stronger. In case of electron releasing groups, here only one methyl group that is attached with the carboxylic group, here ethyl group that will attach, here 2 methyl group that will attach, and here 3 methyl group that will attach with the carboxylic group. So electron leasing effect, that is maximum in this case and minimum in this case. So due to electron leasing effect, the acetic acid that is stronger, and this acetic acid, trimethyl acetic acid, that is weaker due to electron donating inductive effect, that is maximum in this case and minimum in this case.